Dear students, good morning to one and all. Previous classes discussed about briefly described the cell theory, differentiated between rough endoplasmic reticulum and a smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and described the cell organelle which contains chlorophyll pigments, and describe the structure and functions of powerhouses of cell. Today onwards discuss about describe the structure of nucleus. Dear students, this is a structure of nucleus. So what are the characteristic features of nucleus? Nucleus was first described by Robert Brown in the year 1831. Nucleus was first described by Robert Brown in the year 1831. But the plant cell is described by Robert Hooke, and Antoine Leeuwenhoek the first saw and described in living cell. Don't confuse over here. The plant cell is first described by Robert Hooke, and Antoine Leeuwenhoek the first saw and described in living cell, that is bacterial cell. But here nucleus was first described by Robert Brown in the year 1831. Next coming to Fleming. Other scientists are here. Fleming. Fleming stained material of the nucleus with the basic dyes. With the basic dyes and named as chromatin. Named as chromatin. Then after Fleming to say that stained material of the nucleus. This is a stained material of the nucleus with the basic dyes, with the basic in nature. So and named as chromatin. This is a chromatin. Next coming to the nucleus consists of highly extended. The nucleus consists of highly extended and elaborate nucleoprotein fiber. The nucleus has highly extended and elaborate the nucleoprotein fiber. Nucleoprotein fibers, that is called chromatin. So dear students, this is a nucleoprotein fibers, that is called chromatin. By means chromatin is made up of nucleoprotein fibers. After sometimes these chromatins are to be form of condensed chromosomes. Condensed chromosomes. Okay now. The nucleus has highly extended and elaborated nucleoprotein fibers, that is called chromatin. So this chromatin after some time to be form of short condensed chromosomes. Short condensed chromosomes. Okay now. And in this nucleus containing nuclear matrix. This is a nuclear matrix, that is known as nucleoplasm. In this nucleus containing nucleoprotein fiber, that is called chromatin, and a nuclear matrix. This is a nuclear matrix, so that is called nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm. And some of the spherical bodies are appeared. This is a spherical body. Some of the spherical bodies are appeared, that is called nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm. In generally, the nucleus consisting of nuclear membrane, nucleolus, nucleoplasm, chromatin, and nuclear pore. But mainly the nucleus containing nucleoplasm or nuclear matrix, nucleolus, and chromatin. Okay, now next coming to the nuclear envelope consists of two membranes with a space between 10 to 50 mm called the perinuclear space. So dear students, chloroplast is the largest cell organelle and double membrane bound structure, and mitochondria is the largest cell organelle and double membrane bound structure, and the nucleus is the largest cell organelle and is also double membrane bound structure. So this is a nuclear membrane, by which the nucleus is covered by one protective layer, that is called nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope. So this envelope containing two membranes. This is the outer membrane and this is the inner membrane. And also the outer membrane and the inner membrane between of the some space. This is also called perinuclear space. So the outer membrane and inner membrane between 10 to 50 mm. Nanometer. That is perinuclear space. In chloroplast or double membrane bound structure consisting of outer membrane and inner membrane between of the some space, that is known as periplastidal space. And in mitochondria or double membrane bound structure with consisting of outer membrane and inner membrane between of the some space, that is known as perimitochondrial space. At the same, the nucleus of the nuclear membrane consisting of outer membrane and inner membrane consisting of some space, that is known as perinuclear space. Anyhow, chloroplast are double membrane bound structure, mitochondria are double membrane bound structure, and nucleus is also double membrane bound structure. But here, so outer membrane is continuous with the endoplasmic reticulum, and also PS ribosomes on it. So dear students, this is a inner membrane, this is a outer membrane. So outer membrane is also continuous with the to be form of endoplasmic reticulum, and this endoplasmic reticulum to be bearing of the ribosomes, that is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum, short form RER. In generally, the nucleus is covered by nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope consisting of outer membrane and inner membrane. This is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane. But the outer membrane is always continuous within the endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum to be containing on the surface to be ribosomes. So these ribosomes are appeared the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, that is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Next coming to at a number of places, the nuclear envelopes is interrupted by minute force. So these minute force are named as nuclear force. These are the minute force. These minute force are named as nuclear force, which are formed by the fusion of its two membranes. That is the function of nuclear force. These are nuclear force. So what is the helping nuclear force? So this nuclear force establishes a contact between nucleoplasm and outside of the cytoplasm. Why? Because the nucleus occurs in the cell of the cytoplasm. So this nuclear pore is always contact between with the outer side of the cytoplasm and the nucleus of the nucleoplasm. Nucleus of the nucleoplasm. This is function of nuclear pore. Next coming to the nucleoplasm contains the nucleoplasm. This is a nucleoplasm or nuclear matrix containing spherical body structures that is called nucleolus and protein fibers that is called chromatin. Protein fibers that is called chromatin. Okay now. The nucleoplasm or the nuclear matrix containing spherical body structures that is called nucleolus and containing nucleoprotein fibers that is called chromatin. That is called chromatin. And the contact of nucleolus is continuous with the rest of the nucleoplasm as if not membrane bound structure. So nucleolus is not a membrane bound structure. Ribosome is also not a membrane bound structure, and nucleolus or nucleoli is not a membrane bound structures. So nucleus of nucleolus are not membrane bound structure, but nucleus is a double membrane bound structure. The nucleus is a double membrane bound structure, but nucleolus are not a membrane bound structure. Membrane bound structure. At the same time, ribosomes are not membrane bound structures. And next coming to nucleolus is a site for active ribosomal RNA synthesis. Nucleolus is always site for the active of ribosomal RNA synthesis. Ribosomal RNA synthesis to be more increasing of the number of ribosomal RNAs to be making a protein synthesis. So these are the parts of a nucleus. Mainly parts are here: nuclear membrane, nucleolus, nucleoplasm, and chromatin. So this is a main cell organelle of the plant cell. So this is to be act of one brain of the plant cell. So dear students, this is about the describe the structure of nucleus. So in generally, some of the plant cells are having single nucleus, that is called uninucleus, but sometimes some of the plant cells are having more than two nucleus, that is called multinucleate. Especially in choanocytic cells. But here some of the erythrocytes of mammal cells and plant cells of the sieve tube cells are not containing a nucleus in maturity period. Generally, all living cells are having one nuclei or more than two nuclei. But especially in some of the living organisms, including erythrocytes of mammals and the sieve tubes of the plant cells, would not be containing a nucleus in a maturity period of the time. By means totally nucleus are absent. Only present in cytoplasm. Okay, now this is about the nucleus.